The latest snapshot of prices at the retail level really came in largely as expected, and to have something come in as expected ends up being sort of the counter of what we were having earlier this year when we were getting unpleasant surprises with larger than expected inflation rises or gains. And so to break down what we saw in the sense of both the month-over-month and year-over-year measures, we had headline inflation up 0.2% in July, same for the core, which excludes food and energy. And then the headline was up 2.9% over the past year. That moves down from 3% previously and the peak of 9.1% 2 years ago. So think about moving below 3% relative to a 9% gain when inflation was really on full boil. And then the core year-over-year change 3.2%, going down just a step. So these are still elevated inflation figures, but they are way down from where they were before. I think that there is a risk that when we're talking about inflation, that we might be talking about it in a fashion that's overly enthusiastic for the taste of consumers and the American people, in the sense that prices are still elevated. We're talking about a rise in the consumer price index of 20% plus going back to January of 2020, right before we knew that we had a problem with the pandemic and the economy.